May his best peace and blessing continue to be upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his household, his companion, and all the Muslims to the day of Qiyamah. Inshallah, we are going to continue our class today. We are still in our book, Kitabu Tawhid by Sheikh Al-Fawzan. So we are still on the 4th chapter that is talking about An-Nifaq, Ta'rifuhu wa Anwa'uhu. So the one that is talking about hypocrisy, the type of hypocrisy and the definition of hypocrisy. Yesterday we looked at some of the characteristics of the munafiqun that is mentioned in some of the surah, and somebody actually asked a question yesterday that we should mention the surah where the munafiqun, where we say there are about 28 or more surah or verses of the Quran where Allah mentioned them. So some of them, inshallah, we are going to mention them. So, and we are going to proceed from there. So, like we said, they are mentioned in a lot of places, in a number of places in the Quran. So, one of the places and the first places where they are mentioned is Surah Al-Baqarah. So, they are mentioned at the beginning of Surah Al-Baqarah and at the middle and even at the end of Surah Al-Baqarah, like we mentioned. They are also mentioned in Surah Al-Imran, where Allah was saying, that is Quran chapter 3, verse 168. Allah was saying, وَلِيَعْلَمَ الَّذِينَ نَافَقُوا وَكِيلَ لَهُمْ تَعَالَوْا قَاتِلُوا فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ أَوْ دِفَاعُوا. So that is Surah Al-Imran is talking about the munafiqun. Also Surah Al-Nisa, Allah says, إِنَّ الْمُنَافِقِينَ يُخَادِعُونَ اللَّهَ وَهُوَ خَادِعُهُمْ. Also Surah Al-Nisa, Allah says, إِنَّ الْمُنَافِقِينَ فِي الدَّرْكِ الْأَسْفَلِ مِنَ النَّارِ. So in Surah Al-Ma'idah, Allah says, فَتَرَى الَّذِينَ فِي قُلُوبِهِمْ مَرَضٌ يُسَارِعُونَ فِيهِ. So this verse is also referring to Al-Munafiqun. In Surah Al-Anfal, Allah says, this يَقُولُ الْمُنَافِقُونَ وَالَّذِينَ فِي قُلُوبِهِمْ مَرَضٌ غَرَّ هَؤُلَاءِ دِينَهُمْ. So this is also talking about Munafiqun. Surah Al-Tawbah, Allah says, وَمِنْهُمْ مَا يَقُولُ ذَنْ لِي وَلَا تَفْتِينِي. So this is also talking Surah Al-Tawbah. So also Surah Al-Tawbah, Allah says, وَالَّذِينَ اتَّخَذُوا مَسْجِدًا ضِرَارًا وَكُفْرًا وَتَفْرِيقًا بَيْنَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Also Surah Al-Tawbah, Allah says, يَعْرِفُونَ بِاللَّهِ مَا قَالُوا وَلَقَدْ قَالُوا كَلِمَةَ الْكُفْرِ. All of these are actually talking about munafiqun. Also Surah Al-Ankabut, Allah says, وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَا يَقُولُ آمَنَّا بِاللَّهِ فَإِذَا أُوذِيَ بِاللَّهِ جَعَلَ فِتْنَةَ النَّاسِ كَعَذَابِ اللَّهِ. So all these and many other are actually talking about. So if you have to be listening there, I actually have them listed here. So we continue to be listing them, and there are many actually like you mentioned. So probably we still list them. So but inshallah, to save time, so we continue from where we stopped yesterday. And that is where Allah is talking about their qualities, characteristics. And the first place where Allah talks about their qualities is Surah Al-Baqarah. We started it yesterday. And apart from this, the quality of the characteristics can also be classified based on the way in which they exhibit it. Sometimes their characteristic is actually based on their speech. So like Allah mentioned Surah Muhammad. So if you want to identify munafiqun, it is very easy for you to identify them from the way they speak or from their speech. So and also their social behavior. In most cases or in many cases, they cause social dissension, they cause problems among people, they cause fitna more often than not. So instead of them to put things in order, they try to cause violence, chaos, problem, enmity, and so on and so forth about people. Sometimes they want to cause breakage of family bond. Sometimes they want to become rebellious, either to the government or to the leaders. So all these and many other ones are actually some of their qualities. And like we mentioned yesterday, as the fast in Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah said in the fast that follows it, they follow the one where we stopped yesterday, where Allah was saying, فِي قُلُوبِهِمْ مَرَضٌ فَزَادَهُمُ اللَّهُ مَرَضًا وَلَهُمْ عَذَابٌ أَلِيمٌ بِمَا كَانُوا يَكْسِبُونَ. So the fast that follows, Allah said, وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ لَا تُفْسِدُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ قَالُوا إِنَّمَا نَحْنُ مُصْلِحُونَ. So one of the quality or characteristics of the munafiqun is that they are mufsiduna fil ard. They are mufsiduna fil ard. So the fasad that is actually being referred to in this fast, and that is the basis of all fasad, is actually the fasad that has to do with misleading people from the path of Allah. So that has to do with making people to be deficient or to be defeated or to be defiant from the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah says, وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ لَا تُفْسِدُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ. when they were told that what you are doing is actually fasad. And what are they doing? They are trying to encourage people not to follow Prophet Muhammad. They are trying to discourage people, those who have followed Prophet Muhammad, they are trying to discourage them. So when they see anything religious, anything Islam, anything Quran, anything Islam, they discourage people. They want people to stop. So when they were told that stop this thing you are doing, it is not good, it is fasad. Qalu innama nahnu, we are the one that is putting things in order. You see those Muslims, those that follow Prophet Muhammad, they are the Mufsidun. We that we are correcting them, we are the one that is what? That is putting things in order. And do you know what some of the arguments, or some of their arguments is that when, like, you know, the society where Allah raised Prophet Muhammad's light is actually a society of the Mushrikun, a society where, what do you call it, paganism was thriving then. So, and when Prophet Salah preached to a certain group of people, if probably brother or sister or child or whatever from a family accepted Islam and he left their faith, so to them they will translate that Prophet is causing or Islam is causing enmity between what? Between family. Do you understand what they are trying to say? What they are saying is that if you accept Islam, you are not a kafir. You are their blood relative, but by religion, which is the strongest bond, you are not part of them. And there's a limit to relationship you have with them, the non-Muslim. Like Allah warned us in Surah Al-Tawbah, Surah Al-Mujadala. So you don't love them the way you love Muslim. So if you claim to be a Muslim, you don't love non-Muslim the same way you love them. So to them, for this particular action, is actually what they say, they see it as fasad. They see that somebody who preached somebody or who sermonized somebody, and that person accepts Islam, or follow Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu, and from there he exhibits the quality and behavior of Muslims, and which one of them is that you must love your brother in Islam more than even your blood brother if they are not Muslim. Isn't it? To them, this is fasad. They claim Prophet and the follower are causing what? They are causing fasad. So that is why when they were told that La tufsidu fil ard, stop causing corruption in the land, they say no. This is the people that are causing corruption. We are putting things in order. We are making correction. So this is the problem that has been caused. We are trying to put it in order. But Allah say, Allah innahu, what is it? So they are the real cause of fitna. They are the real cause of fasad. They are the one cause, because the basis of fasad. Today we are related, we have blood relationship. But on the day of Qiyamah, Allah say that blood relationship is going to be disconnected until after you find yourself in Jannah. Anybody who does not make it to Jannah, no matter the relationship with what we have with anybody, it will not mean anything, and you will not be connected to that person in any way. If it is Jannah, if it is hellfire, you not even have time for yourself, let alone have time. You are already serving punishment. You are being punished. You are experiencing painful punishment. Is that the time you have time for family, for relative? Even the people of Araf, they will not be comfortable there. They will not have time for any family. This is not a place of comfort, even though they are not experiencing that kind of punishment of people of hellfire. The only people that will have time and that will be interacting and they will be enjoying their companionship are people of Jannah. Even then, before the Jannah, they will be separated. Like Allah mentioned in Surah Al-Abbas, Allah said, no, Allah said, Yawma yafiru al-mar'u. Allah said on the day, even the brothers will be running away from one another. Your brother, who are related to you, they will be what? When they see you, they will run away. Your children, your wife, people who are related, they will not want to have anything to do with you, because of the punishment of that day, because of the greatness and gravity of what is going to happen that day. So, is that the reason why you'll be disobeying Allah because of somebody? Is that the reason why you will consider somebody and that person will be your influence to be disobeying Allah? The person that will not save you, that will not be of benefit to you on the day of Qiyamah, except what you have done. So, in other words, they are the real cause of fasad in the land, and their fasad is actually, they make people to lose their faith, or they weaken the faith of Muslims. And in fact, in Surah Al-Imran, Allah says one of their tactics is that they will tell the mu'minun, they will tell the believer that during the day that we have believed. And this is not actually a mistake. It's a calculated step. It's a calculated attempt. What they intend to do is that they will say they want to make the mushrikun or those who are not aware of the truth to also be misled, or they will see Islam as not a religion to be accepted. So the mushrikun, they see them as what? People who are learned, people who are exposed, people who understand the truth. So when they accept Islam, they believe that they must have accepted the truth. But their practice is that they will accept Islam in the day. During the evening or in the night, they will say, no, we thought this religion is an original religion. We have checked it and we have practiced it and we have studied it. We have observed that it is not the real religion. It is not the religion. Now we are denouncing it. And that is exactly, and their plan was that when the other people, when the kuffar or the mushrikun, when they see this their act, they also say, for these people to have denounced, it means it's not the real religion, so we are not going to accept it. That's one of the tactics. So, and this is actually the facade. Anybody that stop people from doing what Allah has commanded them to do, or where they will get benefit to what will benefit them in this world or the hereafter, any way in which you stop people from, you are a mufsid fil ard. You are among the mufsidun fil ard. And this is a very great offense in the sight of Allah. And that is why when the mushrikun of Makkah, when they were making mouths that one of their good deeds is that they are the one that is taking care of what? Of Baitul Haram. So Allah now told Prophet Muhammad, do they think their caretaking of the Baitul Haram is as important as somebody who has faith in Allah and the day of Qiyamah? Do you think your activities, your physical activity of taking care of the house of Allah is equivalent to somebody who has faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? La yastawun. They are not related. In other words, faith in Allah is the highest thing somebody can have on this earth surface. Anything that can assist you in your faith, if it is lesson, if it is class, if it is sitting like this, if it's anything that can assist you in increasing your faith, it is the part of Allah should be encouraged. Anybody that discourages is actually doing what is called as-sudud and sabilillah. Is defeating people from what? From the path of Allah. Is making people to what? To lose the right path. And is one of the people that the anger, the wrath of Allah is going to be on his head here and on the day of Qiyamah. And this is the real fasad. And that is the origin of all fasad. And if we did not forget, when Allah intended to create mankind on the earth surface, Allah informed the angel. When they were informed, then the angel, they complained that that they're not going to be exhibiting or doing the same thing people who have lived on earth surface before do. And what did they do? Atajalu fiha wa yafsiku. So do you want to place there? People will be doing facade, and especially they will be killing one another. So in other words, facade, which is the facade of kufr, which is the deviation from the path of Allah, or making people to deviate from path of Allah, that is the greatest form of facade. And that is what is actually being referred to in that verse specifically. And when somebody fell in that area, failing in other aspect of his life or any other aspect of woman, the mundane activities will be very easy. Even in religious activities. If you fail in Tawhid, if you fail in Iman, if you fail in your belief in Allah, so it will be easy for you to fail in any other thing. Let's imagine the amounts of efforts that our governments are putting into fighting banditry or fighting violence and all these vices we have in our society. Imagine the number of efforts, the number of resources they were putting into controlling it. Wallahi, if we correct the Tawhid of everybody has the correct Tawhid, all those things will die in a matter of minutes. It's a matter of minutes. All this violence will stop. It's not possible for somebody to have Tawhid, to have Iman in Allah and His Messenger, to be violating another people's rights. When you know Allah will not even forgive you that right. Allah will not forgive you. You see, the greatest sin in the sight of Allah is what? Ashirk. And if you violate somebody's right, we cannot equate it to violating the right of Allah, isn't it? But you know, it is easy for you to get the forgiveness from the sin you commit against Allah than the one you commit against human being. So no matter your sin you commit to Allah, no matter how great, if your sin are to fill the whole of this planet and it reach the horizon and it's against Allah, well, it only requires you what? Another. Just to regret and feel remorseful that, why did I do this? That's all. You are forgiven by Allah. But if you have offended somebody, the most smallest form of injustice, and you have done it to another person, Allah will not forgive you, except that person forgives you. And that is why Prophet warned us in some of his hadith. So in one hadith, he compares zina and violating people's rights. You know, zina is a sin against Allah. If you have committed, it's a very great offense, sin actually that is destructive. But if you compare it to violating another person's right, in terms of getting forgiveness from it is easy for you, because between you and Allah, anything between you and Allah, you don't need any special procedure to be forgiven about it. While you are sleeping, while you are sitting, while you are walking on the road, anywhere, you can just say, I have come back to you, my Lord, astaghfirullah. Allah will forgive you. But for another person, you have to be thinking of, how am I going to meet him? How am I going to sit him? How am I going to have a meeting with him? What if he does not forgive me? How am I even going to present it? I'm shy. I'm feeling shy to present the case to him. And in most cases, people don't find it. They don't make it a point of responsibility to go and seek for forgiveness from whom they have offended, because they are not comfortable doing it. Sometimes out of arrogance, sometimes out of fear, sometimes out of shame. Is it not shameful? I will go and tell you I did this. But to Allah, is there any shame? Is there any fear? Is there any cause of Allah? There's nothing. You just go to Allah straight. Allah's door is open. The door of maghfirah of Allah is open. It will only be closed at the end of time. And that is one of the sign of the major sign of the end of time. And when it is closed, nobody is going to forgive you. But for Allah, it has been open since the day Allah created us, and it will remain open. But for human beings, it's very different. So where we have actually digressed is that fasad that Quran is referring to here, that when they were told, they will say they are the one that is putting things in order, and they are not putting anything in order, they are causing fasad. And another important thing we have to understand here is that, so what we understand, or the way society is presenting things to us, may not necessarily mean the truth or the reality. The truth or the reality have to be from the Quran, from what Allah said, from what Prophet Muhammad said. This example or this claim of theirs that we have just presented, that same thing is happening in our society today. You understand? You know, some people believe that your blood is thicker and closer than somebody from outside. So now, because you have the same faith with somebody, and you now think you are closer than that person than your blood, because you are not in the same religion. To them, it does not make any sense. To them, it's not logical. But this is how Allah wants it. This is how our Creator wants it. This is how our owner, the one who owns us, this is how He wants it. So He created all of us from the same being, from one being, one man. And from that man, He created the wife. And all of us, we descended from Him. So the issue of division that belongs to this it's actually for what? For arrangement, for organization, for us to be organized. Like Allah mentioned in Surah Al-Fawzan. Otherwise, we are from the same father, the same mother. There shouldn't be different from us. There shouldn't be the racism. There shouldn't be ethnicity. There shouldn't be differences that I'm different from you and not from you. There shouldn't be any such. And this is one of the hikmah why Allah made our father to be one. And why Allah did not even create the wife separately. The wife is created from where? From Him. And that is why the wife are not two. You know, when Allah is talking about marriage in Islam, Surah An-Nisa, He started from where? Masna. But why didn't Allah give Prophet Adam 2 wives? Is it not possible for Allah? If there have been 2 wives, that would have even been the basis of differences. The basis of what? Of separation, that I belong to this mother, you belong to this mother. But it is one man, one woman. So we will not have any reason, any logical reason to be fighting one another. And that is why the only strong bond that's supposed to connect us, and that is the real connection in the sight of Allah, is your faith, how you are connected to Allah. It's what connects you to Allah. And that is why Allah says, وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبِلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. The only thing that can cause tafriq among us is what? Is when you deviate, is the extent to which you deviate from the Quran, from what Allah says and what His Messenger says. So when they are always akila lahum la tufsidu fil ardi qalu innama nanu ala innahum humul mufsiduna walakin la yash'urun. Allah said the truth is that they are the one causing fasad fil ardi, but they don't feel it. Look at the Quran. Quran did not say they are doing it out of ignorance, but they don't suspect it. The reason why they don't suspect it is from above. And what is there? Allah said fi qulubihim maradun fazadahumullahu. You see, the disease of hypocrisy, the disease of envy, it has beclouded their sense. It has made them not to have correct understanding of matter of issues. So the manner in which they understand things and in which they analyze things is actually different from the manner in which Allah actually wants it to be understood. So this is actually what they understood, and that is how they treat it. And there are some people like that in our society also. They have their own understanding, they have their own viewpoint, their perspective, and that is how they analyze things. So you have to come to what Allah said, call Allah, call Rasul. And that is the only way in which you are supposed to be analyzing things. And that is how Allah. Nobody is denying the fact that we are. You see, those people, there are some people that have the problem with the word Allah. Okay, if you have problem with the word Allah, so don't you know there is a creator that is above us? You know. And that is who we call Allah, if you don't understand. But if you still have problem with the name, it is the one we are referring to, is the one who created us. And this is the law He has made. And this is the law He has sent. So if you want to be successful, you just have to abide by the law. Failure to abide by the law means you are going to fail here and hereafter. Allah says, "Innahum humul mufsidun." They are actually the mufsidun fil ard. So there are some people who will be preventing people from doing the right thing, from engaging in religious activities, from carrying out what Allah has commanded to do, or from attending some lectures that can benefit them, or from going to madrasa. Some people say, instead of you going to madrasa, why do you go and do something that is of worldly benefit? We are not saying we don't have rights or we shouldn't do something that will benefit us in this world, but we should give emphasis to what is our hereafter. Because we are not created for this world. We are only put in this world to be tested, so that we go back to our Allah. So if you have failed in this world, or if you have wasted your time in this world, it means you have nothing to present before Allah on the day of Qiyamah. Allah says, when they were also told, Aminu kama amana nasu, qalu anu'minu kama amana sufaha'u, ala innahum humul sufaha'u walakin la ya'lamun. So when they were told that, why can't you believe the same way people have believed? They said, how can we believe the way Sufaha'u has believed? Do you know the meaning of Sufaha? Sufaha means somebody who is foolish, somebody whose sense is not complete, somebody who cannot think independently, like a small child, or like a mad person, somebody whose sense is not complete. Now, when they were told that, go and have Iman, go and follow Prophet Muhammad, they will say, no, how can we do that? Those people you see that follow him, they are who? They are Sufaha. So why are they calling them Sufaha? The reason why they are calling them Sufaha is that, you see, it is actually related to the previous verse. Their standard of measuring, of judging the truth and the falsehood is actually based on the worldly affair or worldly meaning. The reason why they are calling the Sahaba or the Muslimun Sufaha is that when they accepted Islam, right from Mecca, if you have read about the story of Muslimun at Mecca, even at the beginning of Medina, it was a very serious matter. They experienced a lot of difficulty, a lot of hardship, oppressions, suppressions in the hand of the mushrikun. So immediately you say you accepted Islam, punishment come, torture, like Abdullah ibn Rabah, like Sumaya, like some of the Sahaba. You see the way they were tortured, you see the way they were oppressed. And the reason why they were being oppressed is what? La ilaha illallah. Because they say, وَمَا نَقَمُ مِنْهُمْ إِلَّا. The only reason why they were treating them like this is because they say they believe in Allah. If they were to say, no, I have renounced my faith, I don't believe again, wallahi, they will leave them. They will stop punishing them. They will stop torturing them. They will stop inflicting pain on them. The only reason why they inflict this pain on them is what? Because they believe. Now, to the munafiqun, to these people, they said, how can somebody have sense and be experiencing this pain because of this and he cannot live it? A sensible person cannot believe. That's their meaning. That's what they are saying. They are saying, how can we believe The same way Sufaha, people who doesn't have sense. If they have sense, how can they be punished? How can they be subjected to this kind of problem? And they will still insist that they want to follow that faith. Of course, they don't have sense. Allah says, Allah innahum humus sufaha walakin la ya'lam. Allah says they are the real Sufaha. They are the real people who doesn't have sense. But they do not know. They don't actually, their knowledge cannot encompass that. How are they the real Sufaha? The reason why they are Sufaha is that the punishments they believe they are running away from, they will never run away from it. Even in this world, and the greater one is waiting for them on the day of Qiyamah. Let's assume they even escape the punishment of this world. If you have offended Allah, or you have done something wrong, you have sinned against Allah, and Allah does not punish you in this world, the meaning is that Allah doesn't love you. The simple meaning is that Allah doesn't. If Allah loves you, immediately you violate His law. It's either He forgives you or He punishes you for it. That punishment does not mean Allah hates you because He loves you. Just like if you have a child and you love that child does something wrong, do you allow the child to continue to be doing it? You take him, you punish him, stop doing that. So that is the same thing because of the love Allah for us. But if it is the kuffar, like the incident that happened during the incident of Ifk. So the munafiqun, they were the one that engineered the slander against our mother Aisha. When the instruction, the first of Quran came to exonerate her, that they have actually slandered her, that she did not commit the sin. So, and the punishment is what? The punishment for qatfu, that is for first allegation is what? Is that they should be lashed 80. When that instruction came, Allah said, it is only the people, the mu'minun who participated in it, especially those who have weak faith, that should punish. But for the munafiqun, Allah said they should leave them. Don't punish them. Leave them for me. I am the one to punish them. So why will we punish munafiqun? If we punish them, that punishment, Allah asked the prophets or the Muslim to punish them, is for them to be forgiven. The munafiqun, they don't even have punishment before Allah in the first place. So their own punishment is either destruction or the Jahannam. Allah said, leave them for me. So where we have gone actually is that they were miscalculating and they were misunderstanding things. And the reason why they were misunderstanding is because their understanding of issues is based on the world, on this mundane life. And there are people like that. They claim to be Muslim, but their scale of judgment of everything is what? It's what is making life progressing. What is the order of the day? What are people talking about? What is people consider as success in this world? That is their job. If somebody is making money, yeah, that is success. That is success. If somebody is not making money, that is not success. That is not success. If somebody is making worldly progress, that is success. If somebody is not making worldly progress, that is not success to them. But to Allah, is it like that? No. So that is the same thing these people are actually talking about. So Allah said they are the real Sufah. They are the real people who doesn't have sense. Because if they have sense, they will have understood that this message of Quran, this Prophet Muhammad is from Allah. Anything from Allah is the truth and nothing but the truth, and nothing can contradict it. Even if somebody attempts to contradict it. Allah, they are the real Sufah. They are the real people who are deceiving themselves. They are the real people whose their sense is not complete. Allah says, Allah innahu Sufah walaki la ya'lam. But their problem is that they don't have the knowledge. They don't understand it. They cannot comprehend it. And why would they not be able to comprehend it? Because of the disease in their heart. You see, when we say they don't comprehend it, is it that they don't know what we are saying either by having the knowledge of the concept? No. The meaning is that they don't have real understanding. The knowledge in the sight of Allah, it has two parts. We have the knowledge of the names of things. We have the knowledge of the labels, and we have the knowledge of understanding details of things. So Allah can give anybody the first level of knowledge, even if we don't fear Him. And that is why today, in Quran, Allah says, "Innama yakhsha Allah min ibadi." So it's not possible for you to have the knowledge and you don't fear Allah. It's not possible. Allah said the only people that fear Allah is people that have what? Now, if you see somebody who we believe have knowledge and doesn't fear Allah, it's one of two things. It's either the knowledge we think he has is just the names. He knows the names but he does not even understand the details of that. Like somebody who recite Quran, who memorize Quran and recite it. Is it not knowledge? But maybe they don't even understand the message of the Quran. And if such a person is misbehaving or is doing something that is against the provision of the Quran, you say, you memorize Quran, now why are you behaving like this? He will behave like that because he does not understand what he memorized. Like Allah described the Banu Israel. وَمِنْهُمْ أُمِّيُّونَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ الْكِتَابَ. So the knowledge, the real knowledge actually is what? Is understanding the details. And when your knowledge reaches that level, that is what is called ikma. يُؤْتِي الْإِكْمَةَ مَنْ يَشَاءُ وَمَنْ يُؤْتَ الْإِكْمَةَ. So Allah give ikma to whoever He wish or He will. And whoever Allah has given that ikma, Allah has given him the what? The greatest rewards. Or the greatest form of good things. In other words, if Allah make your knowledge to transform from the surface level to ikma, to details of things, then you are the most blessed person. That is why Allah told Prophet Muhammad, Allah said, فَبِمَا رَحْمَةٍ مِنَ اللَّهِ. That is not where I'm going. Allah said, قُلْ بِفَضْلِ اللَّهِ وَبِرَحْمَتِهِ فَبِذَلِكَ فَلْيَفْرَحُوا هُوَ خَيْرٌ. It is far better than what they are gathering. And what is the rahmah and fadl of Allah? Quran, Islam. That is the knowledge of Allah. Allah is far better than what latest people are gathering. So Allah said in Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah said, وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ وَيُعَلِّمُكُمْ. So that knowledge, that actually not the knowledge of non-details about things, Allah doesn't give it to everybody. Allah doesn't give it to every human being, every single person. It is for special category of people. And who are they? Al-Muttaqun. Al-Muttaqun is a gift of Allah. When you have taqwa, when you fear Allah, Allah says, I will give you, I will dash you. I will bless you, I will bestow it on you. So now the munafiqun, if you see them, they may actually be the what? They may actually be the talk of the town. When they talk, people may listen to them. Like Allah mentioned in Surah Al-Munafiqun. When you see them, you love them. Wow, what a great, very good looking human being. Very nice human being. He dressed well, he looked well, And I say you'll be amazed at seeing them physically. When they talk, say, wow, he can talk, oh, that must have been talk, oh, he gets kokolo, wow. But he does not understand, he doesn't have detailed knowledge. They only know the level, the surface of what they are saying. Why? Because Allah is not going to give such category of people because of the disease in their hand. So Allah said, Allah innahum humul musiduna walakin la innahum sufa walakin la ya'lamun. Wa iza lakul ladina amanu qalu. You see their deception. Like Allah said, yuqadi'una Allah wal ladina amanu wa ma yaqda'una illa. So because of their kufru and because of their deception and because of their lifestyle, when they meet the mu'minun, they will say, despite the fact that they are calling them sufaha, despite the fact they are calling them the mufsidun fil hadi, despite the fact that they are tagging them all sorts of evil names, when they see them, they will say, we belong to you. And the Muslims are not actually fighting them. They are not fighting them. And there is no single time in the history of Islam that Islam has waged war against Munafiqun. No. In fact, sometimes they enter the soldier of Muslim, they go to war together. There are a number of times they violate the law of Allah. There are a number of times they cause trouble, they attempt to cause trouble. Prophet will ask the Sahaba to leave them alone. Then what do you have to fear? If you actually have sense, you should be a man of yourself. Okay, I consider you ignorant, I consider you senseless, why should I associate myself with you? Since you have been calling them Mufsiduna Flag, you have been calling them Sufaha, then why that when you see them say we are together, we belong to you? Why not say you, I cannot belong to you? Because you are who? Safiu. You, I cannot belong to you because you are who? Mufsid. That is how a complete and a correct woman and a sensible woman is supposed to be believed. But to expose themselves and out of their foolishness, they call these people name, they call them that that they will still associate themselves. Not only that, they will say, now we are together, we are part of you, we have been doing together, you see that we are always with you. وَإِذَا خَلَوْا إِلَى شَيَاطِينِهِمْ And when they are in secrecy with their people of their like. Shayateen here actually refer to people of the same feather. It refers to munafiqun like them. Here, Quran, you know, shayateen, it actually refer to, shayateen can be used to refer to either the jinn or mankind. So it is actually based on people's behavior. People that behave devilish, they have devilish behavior, they are shayateen, whether mankind or mankind. So here, Quran is referring to the munafiqun who they belong to the same category as shayateen. That's when they go back to their shayateen, similarity is mentioned further in Surah, this is Surah Al-Baqarah. Allah says, وَإِذَا لَّقُوا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا قَالُوا آمَنَّا وَإِذَا خَلَا بَعْضُهُمْ إِلَىٰ بَعْضٍ قَالُوا أَتُحَدِّثُونَهُم بِمَا فَتَحَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْكُمْ لِيُحَاجُّوكُم بِهِ عِندَ رَبِّكُمْ أَفَلَا. So they will say, do you associate yourself with them? Do you tell them about what your God has blessed you with, so that it will be an evidence for them against you before your Allah? Don't you have sense? So this is one of their behavior. So when they meet the Muslims, they say, Inna ma'akum, we are together with you. We only make jest of them. We only mock them. We are only mocking them. And that is actually their behavior. They actually mocks. But they are actually lying. Because if you mock somebody that you belong to him, you will not stay with him, you will not participate in difficult tasks with him. They even engage in prayer. So their problem is that from even the manner in which they pray, you can understand that this is a munafiq. They cannot stand upright. They cannot stand straight. They cannot stand in prayer with seriousness. So Allah said, when they go back to their people, they will say, Innama nahnu Allahu yastahzi'u bihim. Look at the manner in which Allah has been referring to them. The other Allah say, Allah say fi qulubihim maradun fazadahum Allah. Innal munafiqina yukhadi'una Allah wa huwa. So Allah say, Allahu yastahzi'u bihim. Allah is the one that is. And like we said, you don't attribute anything negative to Allah. Allah doesn't do anything negative. Everything that comes from Allah, they are good, they are positive. They are praiseworthy. So if Quran says Allah yastahzi'u bihim, the meaning is that if you have ever mocked anybody, no matter who you mock, the consequence of that mock will come to you. And who make that law? Who make a law that if you mock, you'll be mocked? Who make the law? Allah. It's Allah that make the law, isn't it? It is Allah that make the law that you'll be paid back in your own coin, isn't it? So that is why Allah says Allah is mocking them. That is the law of Allah is mocking them. So Prophet Nuh, when Allah sent him to his people, so when he gets to a stage, they disobey Allah and his messenger. Allah instructed him to what? To build an ark. While he's building an ark, some of his people, they will pass by him and they'll be what? They'll be mocking him. They'll be laughing at him. What did Prophet Nuh told them? He said, if you laugh at us in this world, the law of Allah is that we laugh at you back. If you have ever mocked somebody, just know that it's a debt. If you love, if you like yourself, just pray that that thing should be paid in this world. It will be less severe. But if it's not paid in this world, Allah on the day of Qiyamah, it will be done in front of every mankind. Everybody Allah has created, you'll be mocked back. That's what Prophet Noah told them. If you mock us, if you laugh at us in this world, we are actually going to do it back. That is the law of Allah. And even in this world, Allah make it happen. And if it happened that way, just say Alhamdulillah. So the equation is balanced. You are not going to be mocked in the day of Qiyamah. But for you to have mocked somebody and you not be mocked back, wallahi, it's not possible. For you to have insulted or done an injustice to somebody and you not get the result back, wallahi, it's not possible. If you think it is impossible, it will not happen, it means you are actually belittling the law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or you are denying the law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah says, Allah what? Yastahzi'u wa yamudduhum fi. Like we mentioned yesterday, the law of Allah is that if you commit one sin and your heart is not ready to what? To repent, and you don't want to repent, So by law, you will do another one. You will be extending in that sin. You will be doing more. So sin, they are magnetic in nature. Just like goodies are also what? Magnetic. So that way your one sin, it will magnetize another one. It will magnetize until it becomes a very large. So also when you do good deeds. So that is why Allah said, then Allah make them to go far in their evil deeds. Because they have started it. So they will continue like that. So and they will be what? They will be making mistake and they will be going front and back in what? In foolishness, in misguidance. They will be misguided and they will never get misguided because of their false disease in their heart. So I've been notified that our time is up. Inshallah, we'll stop on this note. We'll continue from there next week. May Allah make it easy for us. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik. Inshallah, ila anta astaghfiruka. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
محمد بن عبد الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم لا ينفع مال ولا بنون إلا من هو المسلم. أما بعد. So without wasting much of our time, if anyone has question, he can signify himself so that the stars can satisfy his question. The Almighty Allah can have it.
Please only get a copy of
Inshallah. Or I will get the soft copy and share it. Is it okay like that?
It's okay.
No?
Any question? In the absence of question, we'll call it a day and continue by next week, inshallah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to continue to guide us and preserve our stars in form of goodness and increase us in knowledge. Subhanahu wa hamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa natubu ilayk.
Assalamu alaikum.